From West Virginia to California, educators nationwide have walked out of their classrooms to demand better education for our children. Now, we're joining together as National Educators United to fight for these three demands. 1. Racial equity and social justice. 2. Fully funded public education through progressive taxation. 3. Pro-public education and anti-privatization. It's time for a nationwide movement to save public education. It will take all of us standing together to fix our education system.
West Virginia educators have gone on strike twice in the last 2 years to fight for the schools that our students deserve, for competitive pay and against privatization. But it's critical now more than ever that we join together across the country to continue to fight for public education against groups like ALEC and the Koch brothers and Betsy DeVos, who seek to privatize education. Because public education is paramount to democracy, and our future of our profession, our children, and the country depend on us.
Soon after West Virginia, Arizona educators joined together and we organized a massive statewide action, and almost 60,000 educators walked out of their classroom for 6 days. In the 2 short years after West Virginia, we've seen statewide walkouts, rallies, countless Red for Ed days, and actions erupting all across this nation. Now is the time for all educators, including counselors, social workers, psychologists, academic coaches, bus drivers, and teachers, to join together to form one massive national movement.
In April of 2018, the high point of our strike, 50,000 people rallied at the state capitol to demand education funding. Today, there are still schools in cities like Tulsa, serving primarily Black and brown students, being closed down. Demands for racial equity and social justice are at the core of the National Educators United mission. We believe every student deserves nurturing public schools safe from all forms of oppression. We stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter in education. We fight for justice and dignity for immigrants. National Educators United believes that educators have the right to promote and defend democratic social justice unions and caucuses, and to organize alongside grassroots networks and community organizations.
Here in North Carolina, the state citizens with the lowest income pay 1.5 or more percent in taxes than their wealthier counterparts. And for our public schools, we are short over $8 billion in funding for just facilities alone. This is not unlike places all over the country. It is time now for a national movement for progressive capital gains and income taxes, while prioritizing classrooms over boardrooms and closing tax loopholes, ending tax cuts and breaks for millionaires and corporations.
In the spring of 2018 and March 2019, educators in Louisville also stood up for what's right. We defeated charter schools and vouchers. We aim to eradicate vouchers and new charters, unionize existing charters, and hold them accountable.
On November 19th, I was part of nearly 20,000 Indiana educators who rallied at the State House for fully funded public schools, better pay for our teachers and support staff, and an end to costly and ineffective standardized tests. With strength in numbers, we showed our legislature that the Red for Ed movement is here to stay. Now, we call on all educators across the country to join us on a national level. Here are the next steps. Join the National Educators United Facebook page and check out our website for the full list of demands. Encourage your caucus, union local, or education support group to join NEU. Join us as we call for all educators around the U.S. and Puerto Rico to take action May 1st. It's time to unite all our local and statewide struggles into a national movement to fight for the public schools our students and educators deserve. Join National Educators United.